Good morning, chicos. Good morning. Welcome to the lesson 4. Today we are going to advance in the lessons uh, after this period that we have of the hurricane Eta and Iota. We are going to advance. I know that some of you don't have electricity. For the reason I gave time, you had the last week and this Monday this weekend and this Monday to wait. And now we are going to continue because the time is gold and we need to advance. Today we are going to see the lesson 4, and the next week we are going to see the lesson 5 to complete the second quarter. Okay. Mr. Marvin gave some videos of introduction about the topic, and if you saw the video, it's going to be easier for you the topic. If you didn't see the video, the introduction video, do it before to watch the video. Before to watch this video, watch the introduction video. Okay. On a roll, this is the topic, and always with one question. What role does inertia, right? Inertia play in every life, right? The inertia. If you remember the video of the introduction that I put, talk about the impact and the inertia, and all of this is related with the first law of Isaac Newton about motion and the movement of the bodies, of the movement of, or the movement of the matter in one impact, or when we stop the movement of something, the inertia, right, of the things. For example, Max and Caleb stood in the driveway setting up Max's experiment. Max, if you read the reading, is about one experiment, right? Propped up a long wooden board, again a plastic storage bin to make a ramp, right? And can you put the brake about 3 feet away from the end of the board? So Max asked his brother. If you read the reading, is about the experiment, right? When everything was in place, right, Max positioned his skateboard at the edge of the ramp and balanced a small cardboard box on top of it. So you can use the chalk to mark where the box lands, where it flies off the skateboard. So I was talking about when we stop the movement of something and the things that are inside, the things fly or moved by the inertia. So the video explained very well about these movements, about the bounce of, or the weight of everything, and it's going to depend the bounce, or it's going to depend the weight, the speed, how this thing is going to move when receive the impact, or when this thing receive, in this case, is going to stop the movement. Uh, so if you see about this experiment, the box flew off the skateboard and impact, and Caleb marked the spot where it landed. Max measured the distance and found that the box had traveled 22 inches past the brick. So let's see more about the experiment, right? And how the how do you know it will do that? Asked Caleb. It's called inertia, right? The things that I'm telling you. And answer Max, inertia is the resistance to change in motion. Learn this definition. What does mean inertia? Inertia is the resistance to change in motion. An object will keep moving at the same speed and in the same direction unless it acts on by an outside force, like friction or gravity, right? Like friction or gravity. Or a brick, said Caleb. Exactly, said Max. Both the skateboard and the box had inertia. The force of the impact with the brake caused the skateboard to stop moving, but the inertia of the box allowed it to continue its movement. Do you understand? Right, the skateboard stopped, but the box moved by inertia. The video of introduction explained very well this first law of Isaac Newton of motion. Exactly, said Max. And already read this, right? So why did the box stop moving, even though it didn't hit anything? Asked Caleb. The pull of gravity and friction with air molecules in the ground finally made it stop, responded Max. We proved your hypothesis. So the experiment was a success, right? Asked Caleb. Max laughed, right? Laughed. You can be my assistant anytime, he replied. So let's go to the classwork and let's see what's going on with the questions about this lesson. Super easy, talking about inertia and let's go. So Isaac Newton's first law of motion to explain, right? Use Newton's first law of motion to explain why wearing a seat belt in a car can save your life. Why? In the impact, you are going to receive the force of the inertia. If you have the seat belt, you're going to be safe. Why? You're going to write super easy, right? Describe an everyday situation in which inertia plays a role. Oh, right? The first time Max and Caleb performed the experiment, they placed a plastic cup on the skateboard instead of the small box. When the cup flew off the skateboard, Caleb was not able to mark exactly where it landed. Why was not the cup a good choice of material for this experiment? I think this answer is about the weight, right? It's going to depend the the weight, right? In this case, plastic with box is not the same. Plastic, the consistency is very different. So I think it's depend the matter. It's going to depend the direction. It is going to depend the speed of the thing caused by inertia. So super easy. I think it's a good answer. And the last one is, what was Max's hypothesis? What was Max's hypothesis? Right, it's talking about inertia. So I think it's super easy. Make the class work 4, and see you the next class with online, and we are going to discuss the answers of this topic. The next week we are going to see the lesson 5, and the next week we are going to try to make the lesson 5, the lesson 6, maybe the lesson 6 in the meet to complete these topics. Love you so much. Take care, please, and see the class in see the introduction videos and see this lesson. Love you. Bye.